Welcome to Fanboy and Critic, our show where we go see new movies out in theaters and give you our review.
Both the good and the bad. I'm Joel Ortiz and I'll be your fanboy.
I'm Sam wike-mcclure, I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we're going to go see Beetlejuice, starring Michael Keaton, starring
Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega,
Catherine O'Hara, Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, Willem Dafoe.
Who's the short guy?
Danny DeVito?
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
He made a cameo. And directed and written by Tim Burton. And if you don't know what Beetlejuice is, it's a tale about a kind of trickster demon that is really, really attracted to Winona Ryder and wants to marry her for some reason. And he causes all sorts of chaos to do so. That's about as good of an explanation as I can give.
Yeah.
It's been something like 40 years since Tim Burton did the first one.
Yeah.
What do you think he did well bringing it back?
That's exactly what he did well with, was bring it back. I think he brought it back to life. It was exactly how I felt Beetlejuice was. That like comedic and at times very like dark moments, and he just gets away with it, and that's what's funny about it. Like people, there's just certain things you laugh off and you're like, wait, that was pretty dark, you know?
Yeah.
But like he still makes it feel like a fun like family movie at the same time, and I think that's...
I would call this a family movie.
Yeah, it's about family, but it's just, he makes it a fun movie to watch. Like, and the thing I was most impressed with was like, I think just like the costumes, the special effects, and how everything looked. Like, it looked like nothing ever changed, and like that's kind of hard to imitate when we have so much like CGI and stuff we can mess with and stuff like that. But he like really kept it original, and I think that's what I was most impressed with. Like, nothing didn't seem out of place, and I think that's a hard thing, like bringing an old movie like that back. Like sometimes you're just kind of like, what? That doesn't belong in that world. But that's what I really like just even the outfits and like the makeup and the whole underground world was awesome. And it was great seeing like the old house, and it was all like remodeled inside, and you're just like, hey, that looks so familiar, but it doesn't look like what it used to. The actors were really good. I think Jenna Ortega is just really good at playing that not disturbed, but more like
Very dry, dark humor.
Yeah, who she also plays as in Wednesday, you know. So they were pretty spot on by picking her. You know what, the story and the plot, it was kind of surprising. They kind of made Beetlejuice like the good guy somewhat, which I was kind of surprised in. Like, he actually helped them out a lot, and I kind of like that. You know, like at the end of the day, they needed him, and his character is just so good. Michael Keaton's so good. It was great just seeing him back playing Beetlejuice. It's just, I'm glad it wasn't nobody else. You know, like, if it's gonna be a Beetlejuice, bring him back, and they did. It was pretty perfect. I enjoyed it.
It was definitely a sequel. It was definitely like they waited for the right time. They didn't. I know in the early 90s, they had scripts out for a sequel, and they had the cartoon, and they tried to redo the script of the sequel, and it never felt right.
Yeah.
Tim Burton waited until he had a story that he wanted to tell. And I think they did a pretty good job. I really don't have any points to really pick out, except for like the subplot. There's like a subplot of Beetlejuice's ex-wife, and honestly, I don't think they really needed that.
Yeah.
It felt very unnecessary to me. There was like an idea in there somewhere. Like, I feel like somebody is just waiting to do a video essay on this, or maybe it already exists, but like I feel like the Burtonverse is all like connected. And he was trying to connect this to like Nightmare Before Christmas, because like the scar pattern on the ex-wife looks like Sally.
Think of that. Even when that was happening, when she was like stitching herself up, something like gave me like damn, why does this seem so familiar?
Yeah, because like the hand movement that was like a dismembered hand. They also did that in Nightmare Before Christmas, and she was like really into poisons, which so was Sally.
Wow.
I think there's some connection in there, but somebody much smarter than me is gonna have to do a video essay on that. It might already exist. But yeah, that felt like a subplot that really did not need to exist to me.
They got dismissed pretty quick too. when it came down to it.
Yeah, overall, it just like really wasn't
Necessary.
No, it wasn't necessary, and you know the A plot and the B plot kind of existed without each other. Other than that, I don't know. I think it's a pretty bizarre movie, as was the first one. I appreciate that they kept the runtime pretty low.
Yeah.
Like the first one, they didn't add on like a fourth or fifth act like you see these days. It's like, oh no, that was the climax and that was the end of it. Mm-hmm. They ended on a strong note, and then they added a whole nother scene that they didn't need. And I was just like, okay. But those were my two main complaints. There also maybe was the demonic dancing scene.
Oh.
There was a couple of them, and they maybe went on a little too much. Like I rewatched Beetlejuice the other day, and the calypso singing does not last that long. And then it lasted for like 2 full songs, so like probably like 8 minutes of the total runtime was demons possessing people dancing. And I felt like that was maybe a little bit too stretched out. They're like, remember the thing that everybody loved from the first one? Let's just do more of it.
Yeah.
But those are very minor nitpicks. I think they did okay. All right, Jay, convince the critics out there to go see this movie.
Critics, you're gonna go want to see this movie because we finally get a part 2. I know you've been waiting for it, and it's Michael Keaton again. It's just a cocktail waiting to be drank. Oh man, I gotta show you this clip and like why I said that. That's just so funny. But critics, yeah, just go watch it. I mean, yeah, like I said, this is definitely a movie we've been waiting for. I don't know if we asked for it, but it's coming. It's out, and it's with Michael Keaton. Go show your support.
Fanboys, I know you're still hard for Deadpool, so why don't you go see that again? Actually, no, what? Better yet, you're probably still hard for Alien. Go see Alien Romulus, because that was a pretty great movie. We didn't get to review it, but that was also like really good, except for the end.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, the end is very strange, but the rest of it was very good.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
On to the ratings. How do you feel about this one?
This is tough. You know what? I'm amazed. I am very amazed. Like I said, we're in a movie war of just bringing things back, and you know, to keep it fresh and keep it good and keep it original. I think Tim Burton did that good of a job. You know, it's really hard to bounce back with something like this, and yeah, he knocked it out. Yeah,
I think I'm right there with you. I'm with you at amazed. I think he did a great job. It didn't feel like a forced reboot. Mm-hmm. It felt like they had an actual story to tell that felt in the same universe, same tone. It's kind of weird to come back to a thing like almost 40 years later and have the exact same tone. But he nailed it. All right, fanboys and critics, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and make sure you go to our second channel and subscribe there, because this content's going to move over there. Get our merch. Go to our Patreon, join the YouTube. We got a lot of things for you to do.
A lot.
Just do one of them and we'll be happy. And check us out next week when we review Speak No Evil with James McAvoy.
And we'll see you and you for the next review.
There was like one last scene that did not resolve anything. It didn't open anything new up. It was just kind of like a...
Hey, what if?
It was just kind of like a... What about this? Maybe.